There are a total of 28 different styles in Volleyball Legends, and obviously some are a lot better than the others. Now let's take a look into every single one of them, deep diving into which style is the best style in the game in the tier list. So starting off with the F tier. In the F tier, we have Haikyuu. Okay, Haikyuu has terrible serve, terrible spike. It's like one of the common ones. It's one of the green rarities. Just don't get it. Basically, everything in the F tier, just ignore it. Alright. Next up, we have Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi has terrible set, terrible spike. Everything else is just average. I would not recommend it as well. Next up, we have Tonoko. Tonoko has below average set and below average speed. So it's going to be a guy really slow and can't really get to the spots to actually set you up. We have Kito, which has really low serve and really low set. This guy I would not recommend as well. And those round up perfectly for everything in the F tier. Now moving on to the D tier, we have Sagoru. Okay, Sagoru has pretty bad bump, but basically bump doesn't matter as much because what we're mainly looking for are the main few key elements. Alright, now I'm going to tell you this right now, so listen up. There is the spike, which is obviously very important. We also have jump. You gotta jump up to be able to spike well. And there's also speed. Now those make up of a really good attacker, but the other skills that you also need are a good set, a good serve, and a good dive, okay? Now the thing is that with a bump, you don't want to bump. You're basically just setting it to the enemy. Unless you're bumping to your ally in a very specific scenario, that could be good. But bumps generally not what you want to go for. And also block. Unless you have a really good block, basically whenever you block, you're just giving the enemy, it's kind of like a free shot for them. Because a spike, you can actually generate a point. But with a block, you can't really generate a point unless you hit it to a place where the enemies are not. So anyhow, Sagoru has really low bump, which doesn't matter that much because you don't really want to bump anyways. So that bumps it up from F tier to D tier, but do keep in mind this is still a green rarity. It's still in the commons. And the last one of the green rarities in our D tier is Hinoto. Now, why Hinoto? Because Hinoto is literally all balanced all around. It's got just decent stats in everything. So it's also the basic character that you get at the beginning, so there's a little bit of favoritism behind it. Now, with the D tier, we actually have some of the rare ones, the blue rarity ones, okay? We have Nishinoya, alright? Nishinoya has really terrible serve and pretty bad spiking, pretty bad set. That's why it's in the D tier, because this guy, he's missing some of the crucial elements that you need. All he's good for, he's got really good dive, he's got maxed out bump, but as we talked about, bump won't really do much. Next up, we have Tsushichiwa. Tsushichiwa has really good jump, which will allow it to get up there, but the spike is lacking in comparison to the jump. So this character can't really go and become the spiker that you want it to be. But because its bump is really low, it's able to allocate its stats into other points, such as it's got a pretty decent set, which does, make it a bit better. Next up, we have Ojiri. Ojiri is kind of like Hinoto, but a little bit weird. I'd actually say it's a little worse than Hinoto because it puts some of more of its stats into bump and jump. And while jump is good, bump is just not as good, but it's still in the D tier. And last up, rounding at the D tier, we have Iwazeki. Iwazeki have really good low bump. Everything else is just average or above average. So it's like a slightly better Hinoto as you don't use bump at all. So moving on to the C tier, alright? Here, we've got a whole bunch of legendaries, alright? So, first of all, we've got Kuse. Kuse has pretty good stats overall with amazing jump and pretty good spike, so it's able to go and play the attacking role. But the only thing is that its speed is really bad. So basically how you want to play this character is that you want to jump preemptively in a spot, and then you want your teammate to set it to you, and then you just spike it down. Now, moving on, we have Yabu. Yabu has a maxed out speed, maxed out jump, so it can get to a spot, but it's just its spike is pretty bad, and its serve is literally non-existent. So with this character, you're not really going for a really strong spike, you're more so going for a spike in a very strategic location. Then next up we have Azamena. Azamena has really bad set, really pretty bad speed, but everything else is good overall. So this is more of a attacking character. Next up we have Yamamute. Yamamute has pretty low serve, pretty low set. So this is also more of an attacking character, but it's got maxed out bump, and we don't really want to allocate our points into bump, so this will be a little bit bad for it. Next up we got Sakafura. Sakafura's got really bad serve and also pretty bad spike, but its speed is there. So again, it's pretty similar to Yabu in the sense where you want to go to a location where nobody's at, and then you want to just hit it there, even though it's not that powerful. But if it's in an open location, then you'll still be able to get a point. And last up, rounding out Z tier, we have Kosumi. Now Kosumi has really bad serve, pretty bad spike, but it's like pretty decent in everything else. So it could play a more supporting role or could play a more attacking role. Now, moving on to the B tier, here we've got some, I'm pretty sure these are godlies. Yeah, they're godly rarities. And we also got one legendary that managed to claw its way into the B tier. Now, for our legendary, we have Uchishima, okay? Now, you probably already know why Uchishima is here. Uchishima is literally the best legendary. It's literally the best legendary attacker in the game, because this guy has maxed out jump and maxed out spike, but everything else is kind of mid. So what you want to do is you want to just go to a location, jump up, and get ready for your teammate to pass the ball to you before you go and use hammer it down. Okay, now aside from Uchishima, the godlies that we have Kageyomo. Kageyomo's spike is a little lacking, but everything else is great, and its set is maxed out. So this is probably one of the, if not the best supporting godly in the game. Next up we have Oigawa. Oigawa's got really good jump, maxed out jump, maxed out serve, and its sets pretty good. So this is a little bit more of a supporting character, as its spikes aren't as good. I'd say this character more of a jump setting character because the jump is maxed out and the set is near maxed out. And next up we have Hirakumi. Hirakumi's speed is really slow, okay? This guy's dive is also really bad, so he's essentially going to be pretty bad on defense. His set is mid as well, so he's pretty bad on defense. All he's got going for him is a maxed out jump and a maxed out block. So this guy, he is kind of more defensive with his blocks, but again, you don't really want to block unless you have maxed out block. And because this guy's maxed out block, it's okay, it's acceptable. The jump will allow it to do some jump sets, jump spikes, but it's just not as good because the set and the spike are just kind of mid. Now, moving on into the A tier. Here are things that if you get, you want to use, alright? Now, other than the S tier, A and S tier, you get it, you just want to use it. Don't even think about re-rolling it unless you have a way to save it, which is by, I'm pretty sure, spending 150 Robux or something. So, in the A tier, first of all, we have a godly that managed to claw its way in here, alright? We have Butoku. Now, Butoku is basically Uchishima, but a better version, alright? This guy's got maxed out jump, maxed out spike, as the same as Uchishima, but this guy's serve is also a lot better. And why you want serve is because serve will basically, you gotta serve every single game. It's, for example, the set, right? If you're playing more of an attacking guy, maybe you don't have to set as often, you can still set, but serve, you'll serve for every single point that your team gets. You or your teammate will be forced to serve. That's why serve is also really important, and this guy has that. So that's why Butoku's in the A tier, and we've also got 3 secrets in here. We've got Kimiro. Kimiro's got maxed out bump, maxed out speed. Now again, the bump isn't that good, but the dive is really good, alright? So this character is a very defensive character, really swifty on the court, is able to go ahead and dive for those balls, and able to go and just support the teammate with a pretty, a slightly above average set, but also a pretty good serve and a pretty good jump. And also, we have the twins here. Twins, Osuma's got maxed out jump and maxed out spike. So this is basically a Butoku, and if you do notice, this character is really lacking in serve, pretty lacking in set, and pretty lacking in speed. Also, defensively, the dive is not as good, so that's why the other twin, Atatsumi, comes in with the other comparative stats. So this guy has got really good serve, maxed out set, pretty good speed, decent enough dive. So basically you get the best two in one. As long as you're able to switch effectively between the two twins, you're able to go and get the best of both worlds. Now moving on to the S tier. Here are things that you get them, just use them, don't even think about it, okay? So first of all, we got Sanu. Now the thing is that Sanu, I'm pretty sure it was the first secret to have ever released, yet it has not been power crept. This guy, I'm pretty sure he's been nerfed, but he is still literally one of the best secrets in the game. This Sanu character, he's got maxed out spike, maxed out jump, so he's basically like Butoku and basically like Uchishima, but with also a tilt mechanic that allows it to go and tilt the ball slightly so that it's slightly harder to defend against. This guy is, I'm pretty sure he's like the best attacker in the game because of his tilt. He's able to go and do some unpredictable shots. Now, next up we have Time Skip Oigawa. Time Skip Oigawa is basically just an upgrade of Oigawa because this guy he's got maxed out set, maxed out jump, so he can do the thing that Oigawa does, but he's also got a like basically above maxed out serve. So this guy's really got the best serve in the game. He can go solve the ball, whoop, bam, hit it down. So this is the guy you need if you want to play Oigawa, but you want a step up from that. And also we brought Time Skip Kagayomo. Basically, again, just an upgrade of Kagayomo. Got a maxed out serve. And as we talked about, you serve basically every single point that your team gets. So serve will be very beneficial. And also, the set is basically above maxed out as well. This guy's got the best set in the game, so he can go and support his teammates a lot. And last but not least, we have Time Skip Hinoto. Now, Time Skip Hinoto is kind of similar to Uchishima and kind of similar to Botoku in the sense that it's got a maxed out jump and a really good spike. But the only thing is that it doesn't have the downside because Butoku and Uchishima have average speed or below average speed, but Time Skip Hinoto's got maxed out speed. Therefore, this guy can actually go to the right location he wants to, where there's no people there, jump up, and spike it to where there's no people there. So this will be also a really good attacker. And that rounds out for the entire tier list of everybody, every single style in the game as of now, which is June 26, 2025, or whenever this video is released, which will be about then. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.